Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
The Receipts window is used to enter cash sales and also deposits without invoices. It is also used to apply payments to customer invoices. When you select a customer ID within the Receipts window, all unpaid invoices for the selected customer will appear. You can enter payments for the entire amount due or partial payments. You can also apply credit memos and prepayments to invoices within this window as well. To access the Receipts window, select Tasks from the menu bar, and then choose the Receipts command. This will bring up a smaller window the first time you do this, which will prompt you to select a cash account to use for these receipts. Select the cash account that you wish to use from the drop-down of cash account choices, and then click OK to view the actual Receipts window. Now, if you elected to assign the deposit ticket ID in the Receipts window when you set the customer defaults, then at the top of this screen is the deposit ticket ID. Whatever code you enter here, which is the date by default, groups the amount of the receipt with any other receipts that share that same code when you go to select deposits in the account reconciliation screen. If you elected to use the Select for Deposit window to assign deposit ticket ID values, then this field will not be available to you in the Receipts window. Next, you select either Customer ID or Vendor ID from the drop-down field of the same name, and then select the specific Customer ID or possibly Vendor ID from the drop-down box to the right of the first drop-down. Now, to enter a receipt for a customer who is not in your customer list, you would simply leave this field blank and instead type the customer's name as you would like it to appear within the receipt into the Name field. One reason that you're able to choose a vendor ID in the Receipts window is to deposit a vendor refund into your selected cash account. You can enter a reference code for the transaction into the reference text box. This is typically where you will enter the check number used if the customer is making a payment by check. You can, however, type any code which you would like into this text box. You enter the receipt number into the receipt number text box if you will not be printing the form. Otherwise, leave it blank to assign the receipt number while printing. You can then enter the date that the payment was received into the date text box, or assign the date using the calendar drop-down in that text box if you prefer. You can then set the method of payment used by the receipt in the Payment Method dropdown. Notice that there is also a Process Credit Card button. You can click this button to open up a window into which you can enter the customer's credit card information. You can use this to process credit cards through Peachtree if you sign up for their credit card processing service. Starting in Peachtree 2006, you can also select the Use Credit Card Swipe checkbox if you are using a compatible credit card swiping terminal with your point-of-sales equipment. The balance of the selected cash account will display in the Cash Account Balance field. However, if it says Uncalculated in the Cash Account Balance field, you can click the Recalculate button that looks like the $ to the right of that field to display the correct total balance. At the bottom of the Receipts window, you would select the Apply to Invoices tab in order to receive payments against open customer invoices. This tab will automatically appear with customers that have one or more open invoices. On this tab, you will see the invoice, the due date, and the amount due. You can enter a description for each invoice in the description field if desired. If the customer qualifies for a discount, the amount will display here as well, and you can change it if needed. You can also enter in the amount paid on the invoice for partial payments, or you can simply check the Pay checkbox to take the full amount due. Now, if you had selected a vendor ID on a receipt, then the Apply to Vendor Account tab will appear, and you can use this to record vendor refund amounts. Now note that if a customer without open invoices is selected, the Apply to Revenues tab is the one that will come forward at the bottom of this window. This tab allows you to take prepayments for customer payments and also for cash receipts that don't require invoicing. Here you can just simply enter the quantity of items purchased, the unit price, the amount, and the tax. You can also select the sales tax rate for the customer and get the total amount. When you're finished, simply click the Save button to save this record.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.